Super Saiyan 7 Cinders, and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Ball Z Retro Gaming. Now we're picking up where we left off. I have... Okay, is the game working? Yeah, it is. There it is. Leveled up enough to where they're both in the thousands. By the time I get there, maybe I'll get one more, two more, something or other. Oh, don't do that. Oh, whatever. We'll get through this fairly quickly this time around. And this is meant to be the battle episode, so let's do it. So we're going to fight through these guys, and then we'll do Raditz. Hopefully we'll be strong enough it won't take forever. And we'll have enough time to really get all the way through, not just Raditz, but Goku's time in along Snake Way. That's the goal. Let's hope we get that far. If not, we'll go as far as we can in the Snake Way, and we'll work from there. But you'll notice we'll go faster through this than I was the first couple of battles you saw, where, I mean, it took a real effort to even beat one guy. Now Goku is just going, whatever. Piece of cake. Come at me. Big heavy attack. Did some damage. Now, let's do this. And let's see, that should be another... ...16 or 17, another 17 points, 16 points, whatever. We'll almost have Goku to 11. Not quite, but almost. Of course, this is going to pull Goku further away from Piccolo, but that can be fixed too. It'll get him over 1050. That'll be enough, right? Maybe. I think we can manage. Perfect. And let's do our battle, Raditz battle. Move one more there, and we're good. Not only that, they both get to start with an energy blast. Let's go ahead and do one of these. Goku's Kamehameha. Piccolo. We'll do a couple of these smaller ones with Piccolo to start with. Build up to... It would be nice if I had a scouter, because then I could go and show you Raditz's stats. And I hope to do that with later characters. To pick up a scout, because I believe I pick up a scouter for sure when I defeat Raditz. And so we'll use that scouter, and we'll start looking at our enemies' stats. Something we haven't done yet. Let's see here. That's Goku's special one, and Piccolo doesn't have one, so we'll just go with an attack. Plain and simple, right? And we got a hit on everything. You know, I like, usually, I mean, I've said already that I play this. Of course, usually I play it while I'm doing real work. So it doesn't matter how slow and sluggish the game is or how much time it takes. If you're looking for active gaming, you may want to go somewhere else. I mean, even older games on the same era, like Mario Brothers or the Turtles or whatever, they were more active than this is. I mean, this is a very different style of game. Even going to the other Dragon Ball game, it's a more active game. You've got to be a lot more alert. I mean, it's movement. It's a real action game. Where this is about the role, playing the role, and so it's the difference between an action adventure game and a role play game, right? And this time and age in gaming, they really were quite different. All right, so send out another Yajirobe. What do you say we heal Goku? Let's see, what else do I actually have? Well, we can save that for later. Oh, I do have a scouter. All right. So, obviously, I've done a little bit of damage. He started off with 300, I believe is what his health starts off at. And he is 1500 attack. And of course, we'll be able to see his stats during battle. So obviously, I mean, I'm at a disadvantage with my players still. But this is usually around what I get him to. And it's enough to beat Raditz. It's about the same level I get the other Z fighters when I go to fight Garlicsmen. A little bit of exception would be I usually team up Piccolo with Gohan. I mean, that's what happens, right? The series puts the two of them together, so I put the two of them together. And being Piccolo is already above this point, he's already stronger, and so I don't get Gohan there. I mean, I kind of treat Gohan as training, and he's got to start off weaker, and so he gets to the Garlic Henchman battle, and he's on the low end with Chaozu, and then I'll go and give him a little bit of extra training, get him closer to Yamcha and Tien and Krillin, and then I'll go in after I've beaten Garlic and the Cybermen and Nappa, and around the time I face Nappa, I'll go to put him a little above Tien and Yamcha and Krillin, and but we'll get there and we'll do what we want to do. Maybe I'll ask you, maybe you guys can post off these first couple of videos here now, off of this video. Let me know what order you want the Z fighters to be in terms of strength when I get to that point. It will take a little bit of a while, so if I get these videos up, and then if I can get these videos up before I get to the end of all that and get it figured out, when we get to the Garlic Saga, get to the real end of the Garlic Saga, we can make that happen. So let me know what order you want the Z fighters to be in terms of strength. If you want Tien to be the strongest, if you want Krillin to be the strongest, if you want me to keep Gohan weaker than Tien and Krillin, or about the same strength as Krillin or Tien or Yamcha or Chaozu, I mean, you guys let me know what order you want those to be in. and I'll make that happen. Strength, we'll see how that plays out. But you can tell me what order you want them to go into, and we'll make that happen before we get to the end of the game. As you can see, I mean, it takes a little while to do these fights, and unless you spend the time grinding instead of fighting the bad guys, and you get stronger than they do, which I usually don't do. I usually enter in like this, a little bit weaker on every character, and make it work. Now, I say that when I get to Garlic Jr., Piccolo ends up stronger than Garlic's henchman, and he ends up, usually I take him in about the same level as Garlic in his first form, but he's always weaker when Garlic goes to a second form. And you'll get to see that. Don't know how many episodes down the line that'll be, but you'll get to see that. So now we're actually in a real fight scene, and we're taking time to go through this one. What do you guys actually think of the animation on this? I mean, yeah, it's an older game. It came out in '86. I mean, this was an old system. If you go watch the Dragon Ball, I mean, Goku doesn't even hardly look like Goku. So I got to give them some props here. The characters look more like the real characters in that regard, for sure. Even though you don't get much of the facial expression there, the outline is definitely that of Goku and of Raditz and of Piccolo. You've got that, and you can't escape that. It's there. Background's simple. It doesn't really change when you're in fight. I mean, it may a little bit, but I mean, not much. And let's go ahead and heal Piccolo. Come on. There we go. What I don't have that I need is Grandpa Gohan. Because you can actually pull off the Gohan escapes from his pod thing if you pull off Gohan to stop Raditz in his tracks for a turn. But no, I don't have one of those. Let's see, where's my... Yeah, let's do that now. And Goku's going to Kamehameha. Piccolo only has enough to do an I-beam. But this wasn't too bad time-wise. I mean, it's not a 2-minute fight. It's not a 5-minute fight even. Well, I think we're close. We're not too far off of 5. We're maybe 8 minutes into the actual fight. This fight, time-wise, maybe 9. And, you know, I mean, the maximum time you get on the quest for Xenoverse are 10 minutes, and that's how long this fight's taking. It's about 10 minutes, I guess. I may have actually beat 10 minutes because I've actually gotten a good number of energy attacks in, and on the stronger end of what I sometimes come into. Not by much, maybe by 30 points. and they gain 120. We get another scouter, and the fight's over. And yeah, Raditz is dead. Vegeta and Nappa now know about it, and they know what's happening. They laugh. They decide to come to Earth. And Kami is going to take Goku to Snake Way. Yeah. Be nice if we could understand this like we could the first speech. But, you know. If you're familiar with the first Dragon Ball Z movie with Garlic Jr. in it, you recognize the castle. This is Garlic's castle. It's Garlic Jr. and his 3 henchmen. Ginger, Spice, and whatever the other one is. And here we get to make some choices. We can pair up these characters however we want. I recommend very highly, do not put Gohan and Chaozu together. Do not do that. I typically do them the way they are, like this. I pair up Piccolo and Gohan, Krillin with Yamcha, and Tien and Chaozu. I mean, that's kind of the way the show would do it. Not that this is actually in the show, but the manga or canon at this point. This part strays a little bit that way. But, you know, Tien and Chaozu are training partners. Piccolo takes Gohan to train him. And Krillin and Yamcha train together, but more on their own. So we'll go ahead and do that. But what I'm going to do is we're going to work with Tien and Chaozu first, Krillin and Yamcha second, and then we'll go ahead and do them last. And now, as promised, Snake Way. And remember, you've got to do these steps exact. You can't shorten up steps, like pick a 5 card and do 2 steps. Just can't do that. Now I'm going to kind of cheat on this to get the ones I want. If you don't like that, I'm sorry. But I'm going to scout out this top, see what's up here. I hit that one already. Popo, I got plenty of Popo cards. Okay, we definitely need a Shenron. Ooh, there's another one of those. So there's Shenron. Korin. What's this last one? Yeah. No, I don't need. Okay, now let's get the right one this time, because I do want him. There we go. We're good. And that's how you do that. And I say what I do about the exact because that matters some, I guess. It doesn't matter when it comes to training ones, because training ones will stop you anyway. But if you want to hit any of these other stops like this Z1 up here, you've got to land on it exactly. It's not too big a deal most of the time. And, you know, once you get full, it's going to kick you out anyway. No, don't need a Poir. Okay. Oh, a Chi-Chi. That's a rare one. Don't usually see Chi-Chis. But Chi-Chi gives you an energy. It changes your stat to energy. That's a lot of Poires. And a lot of Chi-Chis. Crap. No. I knew that. Oh, yeah, there we go. QQ for Chi-Chi, huh? Well, okay. And I think it's going to kick me out because I'm full. That's perfect. That's perfect. I don't think you actually get anything for landing on these. But it's kind of fun because you get to talk to some different characters you wouldn't usually get to talk to. But as I'm not going to land on it, we move on. And this one, it does me no good to land on it. So we move on. Now the reason we're doing this is I want to get to the first training section. After that, I'll skip off until I get through Snake Way on my own for the next video. But I want to get to this first training section here if I could. Because as I'm not seeing the first, there it is. Okay, we'll do it now. Now remember that one training type where you need the high stats? You kind of need that here. That's what this one does. And it doesn't give you a choice as to whether you're going to do top or bottom. You have to do the top. So you need the best set of figures up here you can for these training sessions. No, I haven't been doing it, but you can do that save thing and kind of repeat cards or whatever on this. That's fine. It's also no big deal if you don't get these because you can go in after you face Nappa and give him power-ups to your heart's content toward the end of the game also. And right. So that's it. Going to be it for this episode. We'll pick up next episode at the end of Snake Way. Remember, never fear. Cindersh is here, and we will be back. I will be back with another episode of Dragon Ball Z Retro Gaming. Please like, subscribe, and feel free to comment. I hope to hear from you. I hope to see more of you join, take an interest in these videos. Let me know what you think about them. This is Super Saiyan 7 Cindersh, and we'll see you next time.